Hello. Sorry, the compressor's going. Okay, microphone's working. Cool. So, here's Artemis. Still. So what are we gonna work on today? So last time we started doing some of the leather bits. So maybe we should just start by working on our quiver. That might be a good thing to work on. Let's get that out of here. Good if the camera is pointing ever so slightly more that way today. There we go. Better, I think. We'll see. Cool. How's everybody doing? Doing good, doing good. Mini-Mance is watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's good. Cool. So let's get started. So I need to remember what colors I used for the lighter leather. I remember I used this light brown, and I think I had some mahogany. So there's that. And then probably we want our old friend Birch. Thanks. Yeah. I haven't worked on her anymore since last stream. We can look at some stuff that I've been chipping away at. So mostly working on some basing things. And then played some Elden Ring. Again, got back into it. I beat Radon last night, so that was fun. I made my way to Nakaron, the Eternal City. And I found the boss there, and I'm not having fun with that boss. So, that's where I left it. Yeah. So we'll have some basing whip stuff to look at. I got some mail stuff this week, so that should be fun. We can look at some of that stuff. And then I don't know. Next week should be good. We got the Chimera Kickstarter launches on Wednesday. Yes, that's how math works. Because it's on the 20th. Something else happens on the 20th. Oh, the Kingdom Death sale might happen on the 20th, so RIP to my wallet. Okay. I'm just looking at the quiver. I think making it the same color as this lighter leather makes sense, so let's just give it a go. And what else went on this week? We can also split it. It's a expensive dinner. I don't mind splitting it. Seeing as your fancy birthday dinner got covered by someone else. Someone who swiped the bill from us. Yeah. I guess it depends on how fancy we're feeling. Let's see what happened this week. Because we streamed on Monday. Tuesday I ended up not streaming, I was just kind of tired. So, just kind of took it easy. Watched Moon Knight on Wednesday, which is still pretty good. I'm still enjoying it. Oscar Isaac's a lot of fun. And we continued Jujutsu Kaisen. Best character in that, hands down, is the former salaryman. I think his name's Kento. He's great. Very based. Well, that's his last name, right? I thought it was Kento Nanami. Also Wednesday morning, I was just walking around my apartment and was like walking over to do dishes, and I slammed my foot into the oven. So that was fun. It's definitely the worst I've ever. Oops, I'm way off camera. Good job. It's definitely the worst I've ever stubbed my toe. It looks not great, but it's not broken. I went to the doctor yesterday, so they were able to poke and prod it, and I wasn't in pain, so like, yeah, it's probably fine. Just keep an eye on it. It's feeling better today, so I probably just bruised it real badly, so that's fun. Don't recommend doing that. And then Thursday was Thursday. Not much to report. And today we went to a new bakery this morning because Anna had the day off. It was very good. I think it was kind of pricey, but I think for an every once in a while thing, it was nice. Especially the thing I got, which was a melon pan breakfast sandwich. Very good. And the coffee was pretty good too, so that was nice. Okay. I think this is probably going to be metal stuff, but I'll just paint it with these colors for starters. Maybe we'll paint some. Maybe we'll keep procrastinating deciding the hair color, and we'll paint some NMM for most of tonight. Yeah. Much more than our usual little cafe spots. Finished base coating this weekend. Take a second to look at what else we worked on this week. Just get that done and out of the way. What else happened today? I finally got to push things in at work. They gave up and they're like, oh, you guys can improve your own things. So that was exciting. It's finally productive this week. Well, I've been productive, but like the things that have been languishing for a while finally got to be productive, so that was nice. Made me feel good. And apparently I got a shout out in the managers meeting for getting stuff done. So that's good. Watching lots of videos on like city infrastructure lately. I don't know why. I think part of it's like looking into houses and like real estate and such, and like I really enjoy living in areas that are walkable. So it's been interesting looking into like why so many places in the States are not walkable. And basically it just boils down to probably most things that are terrible in the United States are terrible, which is lobbyists. But there's a good YouTube channel called Not Just Bikes. It has some interesting stuff on like, here's like better ways to design cities, and even though like a lot of Americans will push back and be like, well, our cities weren't designed for like trains and stuff like that, and it's like, yes, but a lot of other cities are like that too, and they've figured out ways to slowly change over time and adapt, so it's not like a, well, we should just give up thing. Okay, so we got that coded up. Let's look at some stuff we were working on. So this doesn't look too much different from last time. You can see I started sketching out how the steps might work in relationship to the actual night guy who's walking away. Started sketching out like the location of some of the other figures, like I had on that foam thing a while ago. And started sketching out the door, and then obviously I filled this in today to start making this volume a little bit more, because we had, I think, just this chunk, and also a curb with some leftover milliput from this looks very rough right now because I basically just slapped it on and tried to get it in the rough shape, and I'm going to sand it down and make it a little bit more fine. But I was trying to find some doors that were the right size, and I got found these on Noble Knight. They're from Mithril Miniatures, but they're just like a little bit too small. Like the Black Knight wouldn't fit through those, so I needed to make my own. So I kind of I'll use these for a different project in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna add like a handle to them, and I have like, it's kind of hard to see, but step it down. It's like separated like 2 wood panels, and I'll be painted like wood and then iron or something like that. So yeah, so it looks ugly right now, but I think it'll be pretty once it's all cleaned up. So getting there. Once I get the door done, then I can start working on the rest of it a little bit more. So, and then we had some mail finally arrive this week. So these are from Ivan Matasculptor. This is a new figure he released, and then I was like, oh, I like that figure, but I was hoping this one would be in stock before I order it. And then he was like, oh, I've restocked this one. So I was like, well, fine. And it's nice to support. It was like his own little site directly, but he's also sculpted a bunch of stuff for Black Crow and stuff that I like a lot. So it's kind of nice to support him directly for a change. But just a cool bust. She's got a violin and a little bird, and the violin has like the strings and everything cast really crisply. It's great. Love it. And this is just Connor. I mostly got this because the Masculine's paint job of it, but should be a fun little figure. Anyways, close that. And get back to painting. Hello. Hello. There we go. I think I made it a little bit too dark. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna stop jiggling. There we go. I guess while we're doing leather, we didn't do her gloves last time, so let's do that before we get too sidetracked. Yeah. Let's make it one brighter. Okay. I think that's better. And so Chimera teased some more of the stuff that's in the Kickstarter. They showed the second paint set. The Samantal word? What is Samantal? Yeah, Chimera showed more of the paints and some silhouettes of the figures they haven't shown just yet. And I think I'm... Okay. I guess it has to do with semantics? That would be my guess. I finally fell off Wordle. It took a while, but I finally fell off of it, so... I think I just had a word. There was one day there was a word and just didn't click, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not having fun with this anymore. Oh dear. It sounds like... yeah, Chimera. So they showed one of the other paint sets and they teased that the other one's a collection of paints from a variety of artists rather than just a single artist. So I think the artist they teased was Swinson, has a color in it, which is like it's gonna be like a dark teal blue, kind of like P3 coal black, but more saturated. Masculines and some other ones whose names I'm blanking on right now. So sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm definitely all in on the paints. I know the expansion set I've not been super jazzed about, but since these are mixed pigments, I'm more hopeful that they'll be like the other signature sets, which I like a lot. So the minis, the tease like the pricing for like a early bird, which is like you pick one big mounted mini and you pick 5 75mm minis, and it's like it's a lot, but I'm probably not going to do that because I don't like 5 of the 75mm, and I think I might like 2 of the mounted ones, so we'll see. Let's see. I'll at least get 1 mounted and 1 normal 75. And another fun project in the pipeline on the Kingdom Death Discord. A long time ago, someone was suggesting doing like a painting relay where basically you send an unpainted miniature to the person next in line, they paint it and send it to the next person along with another unpainted miniature. But that it took a long time to get going. So someone just was finally like, hey, let's just do the US rather than Europe and everything. So we're gonna get that going. So I need to pick a Kingdom Death miniature that I don't wanna, I don't wanna like send them something bad. That's like, I think would be unfun to paint, but I also wanna make sure that I don't send them something that I wanna paint. So I think I've narrowed it down to a couple things. And the guy who I'm sending it to is a really good painter, and the guy I'm getting from is also a really good painter, and a buddy that I mess around with. I also need to ask him if he knows one of my friends, because they work in similar spaces, and there's a good chance that he might Yeah, this should be fun. I think we'll need to paint these leather straps a contrasting. Oh, come on, focus please. There we go. We'll go in and make the straps on this that lighter leather color. That didn't do what I wanted to. Is it bumpy or something like that, or what's going on? Because like my first set that I got from them I wasn't a fan of, and then I got the replacement and it was much better. So I really think that their QC just might be garbage on the single pigment stuff, which sucks. I also watched Squid Mars. Okay, yeah, I had something. Is it like from thinning it out too much, or like just in general, like you? I'm not really sure how to describe it. But yeah, I watched Squid Mars paint review video thing. It was interesting. I thought it was a little wild that Citadel scored higher than Pro Acryl, but whatever. I don't necessarily disagree with the end decision. With Vallejo at the top, just because it's kind of like the gold standard. Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's you, but like I think that they're just very odd. Like the single pigment stuff is weird and takes a little bit to get the hand of. And if you don't enjoy painting with them, then like I don't think you should force yourself to. But I do think they're like, I wouldn't like yeet them or anything like that. I think keep them around and like try mixing them in with some of your other paints rather than just using them purely on their own. Because they're really nice for like, because they're single pigment, super saturated, right? Where a lot of the times your other paints maybe aren't quite as saturated, so they're really nice for just kind of putting a little dab in, getting things going. Like you see me do that with magenta quite a bit. Like I use this in my skin tones. Oh, that's purple. Where's magenta? Oh no. Oh no. The paints are all mixed up. There's magenta. Here we go. You see me do that with magenta a lot. So, yeah. be the easiest way to paint these. Maybe we can just go like that. Try not to get my fat head in the way. Hey Voxel, how are you doing? I have heard from other people that they had difficulty getting coverage from like the core set at Chimeras, and that's definitely the opposite of my experience. So again, I wonder if it's just like bad QC. Like I definitely had issues with my first couple pots from them that if I watered it down too much to get it into a texture that would kind of flow off my brush, it would like pool weirdly and leave that kind of grittiness. But second pots have been better. But if you haven't tried them, I would also give the So Flats a go. Like next time you go to Blick's or that Craftsman Art Supply, although I think you said they didn't have these there. Pick a pot, give it a go. Yeah. Yeah, I like these a lot. They have really nice textures, yeah. And like price per milliliter, they're good, but it's just like it's a lot of paint. It's 60 milliliters, so they're pretty expensive pots. Or like you pay a lot more upfront for them, but obviously it'll last probably forever. The only thing that sucks, I mentioned it before, but no magenta. But like that would keep me from saying like, oh, I could use only that range because I like magenta a lot. So it's a bummer. Yeah, relax is good, Voxel. Glad to hear it. This is not the piece I wanted to hold right now. This is the piece I wanted to hold right now. Do a couple of glazes over these. Let's get the purple. And then it's petty, but I was very happy to see that the new Fantastic Beasts movie only made 0.3 million more than Morbius did on its opening like Thursday previews. So that was good. That was good. Some of you still enjoy Harry Potter, and that's fine. Let's make this a little bit brighter since it's on the side with the light. I'll go over it with these glazes. As we throw the brush across the table. Good job. Okay, let's do some metal, maybe? Is there any more leather bits that we're forgetting? Let's maybe just throw some of this in the shadows before we forget. Oh, it's quite a bit darker. Oops. So, okay, we'll just feather it out. Nice. Which one? I have a model that fits that description. I don't know. I don't think I'm quite ready to paint it yet. Okay, I'm debating just what I want for the different metals. Towerette from the Ankh board game. Ankh came out recently, right? It's the big Kickstarter one, the Egyptian gods themed thing? Or is that something else? Worry about nice. Very cool. Let's see. Let's just start with... We'll start with the bracers, the arm and leg. Okay, cool. Very cool. So I'm just debating. I'm thinking paint it. Let's just start off by painting it like steel, and then maybe we'll go in and change a couple things to gold. And we've tried lots of new things, so we can be a little lazy, treat ourselves. Throwing the paints across the table again. Should like it for grabbing multiple things at once. Yeah, my model, I mean, I have many models that I've been hoarding. But the one that is like until I'm ready, most likely is the Dragon Head Models Forest Dragon, which I am glad that I bought him when I did, because they jacked up the price on him a lot. They discontinued him for a while, and then they brought him back and they like jacked up the price a lot. So glad I got him when he did, because it's a cool model. I think it is, even though I got it before they raised the price, I think it is the most expensive single model that I bought. Because if not, well, it'll be the most expensive single model I bought until I cave and like try to buy a past Spira or something. I was trying to buy the Pirates a little while ago, but nobody responded to me. So, oh well. Just getting a better idea what's going on with these leg things, because I haven't really looked at them too much just yet. Okay, well, for starters, let's just not paint on here. I think the two things on this model that I've been kind of going back and forth on, besides like little details, is the color of her hair and the color of her bow. And I think the answer is, because I've been debating brown and white for both of them. So I figure whichever one we do for one, we do the opposite for the other. I know people were saying light brown hair, so maybe we could do like a birch kind of bow. That might be interesting. Other color. Okay. Well, this we know will be metal. The cloak or the dress or both? I think the cloak itself still needs, well, I mean everything we've done so far needs some touch-ups, I think, and some texture, but we're getting there. But yeah, thanks. I'm happy with the purple, the change to purple. I think it was the right call. But how's Falcon and Winter Soldier? Where are you at in that? Maybe. I do have some color shifter paints. I need to mess around with them some more. I did like an initial test to see what they look like. And they definitely require a lot of very thin layers to get any sort of effect going. Noise. think it's maybe the weakest of the Marvel shows, but it was still fun. I think the Bucky and Sam bits are very much the best part of that show, and Zemo is pretty good. Zemo's jacket. I'll have to go look up what his jacket looked like. Nice. Have fun. Let us know what you think if you don't go to bed right away afterwards. But if you do, it's fine too. So I'm just going to go around and decide what should be metal. Kind of indiscriminately painted over a lot of things last time. I don't think I want those to be... Sorry, I was pointing at your head and jewelry. I think those will be... Let's just at least throw a color on them for now so that we get a better idea what's going on. It looks like I am a fool and I did not paint skin in between there, and I probably should have. We can probably resolve that. Maybe. Possibly. Sorry. Need to see what's going on. Okay, focus please. Definitely need to paint skin tone in there. Yeah, it's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh well. Because we need to go back and tweak the skin a little bit anyways, so it's fine. Alright, and then this quiver. Probably gonna be a mix of things if I were to guess. I don't want to touch that just yet. Let's just paint this whole dagger this color. A needy little baby. Poe jumped off the bed when I came in here to start streaming to go jump onto the couch. I don't know why. He knows when I'm streaming versus when I'm on like a phone call. Cause when I'm on a phone call or like a Zoom call, he comes running in and demands attention. But like when I'm streaming, he's just like, eh. Maybe it's because it's the time of day or something. I don't know. But like if I'm just like sitting at my desk and I like pretend to answer a phone or something, he comes running in. It's very weird. A silly boy. Yeah, I can see that, Sammy. Very kind of angular face. Switch to the little baby brush. Little baby brush wants to be uncooperative though. Let's see. Come on. What are you doing, little baby brush? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to paint gold, but I'll just get him dark. decides to go more and more crazy. Mentioned it a few times on stream. But Sergio's been posting my free stuff on his YouTube channel. And one thing he's been doing a lot of is taking like his old long multi-hour Patreon videos and then trimming them down into like hobby with royalty-free music time-lapse videos, which I think is kind of a really neat way to give some of the information that was in those very long videos and like also just kind of condense it down. So I highly recommend checking them out. They're well edited, nice to have on in the background. Yeah, he has the Lady Sibylla one, and then he has his little basing one with the squig and the dude running away. Both are very nice. This quiver. So much stuff. Oh. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time I brought him up. I've not watched too many of his streams. There's like a few times I've jumped in, there wasn't too much chatting, but I only would say for a little bit, so. Alright, I think for the quiver, we're gonna hold off until we figure out how much of that we want to be gold or silver, steel stuff. Just because I don't want to do all that twice. I guess it wouldn't be twice. It'd be sort of twice. Yeah, it's fine. Let's. I don't want to do that right now. Let's do fun stuff. Yeah, it seems like he's trying a bunch of different things. I hope he keeps making these time-lapse videos. I am personally a big fan of those. A large chunk of my YouTube subscriptions are those kinds of videos. Yeah, I'll have to check out Phoenix's Patreon at some point. I enjoy his streams. Kujo's YouTube videos were very helpful. So right now I'm not worrying about all these overlaying or like the shapes on top. I'm just trying to get the values in on the main body. Just kind of focus on that stuff first. Let's not accidentally flood the model. Come on, Bush, I believe in you. There we go. Yeah. Deno's definitely the one I most consistently watch on the Twitch and such. But I finally fixed my sleep schedule, so I only get to watch them on Saturdays. Yeah. I like Craft World's Patreon. I feel like they haven't really put out any PDFs lately, which is the main thing that I like. Actually, no, they just put out a masterclass thing that I need to read. And then I do like Sergio's, but also not many PDFs lately. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I might check out Oliver's Space again now that he's got it up and running again. I know a big part of it's like 3D STLs and such, which I don't care about because I don't really have a 3D printer. Yeah, that's fair. Like it's a very specific thing. I think it's worth checking out. Just because I think the way that they think about color is interesting, but like if it's not your thing, then like that's fine. I want some fallen grass. Oh dear. My main gripe with chimeras is the camps. Saw some people. I finally got accepted into the Chimera Facebook group, painters Facebook group thing or whatever. I think they just forgot to accept people for months. Yeah, I think the main takeaway, like whether or not you want to like go as wild about what they do, is just that colors underneath affect colors above, even if it's just a minor amount. So like just knowing that, I think you can use it to your advantage when painting. I think a lot of people who do join that Patreon like see that and then they just kind of go a little bit too wild with their underpaintings, and they just keep saying underpainting and stuff. Like, yeah. What I think is like, for any Patreon, not just like Craft Rules, is like take it and apply it to your own way of painting. Yeah. But sounds like yeah, like don't just like try to copy exactly what you see, but like think about it critically and like how you can apply it to what you want to do, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, the latest Marco Frizzoni video is pretty good, like deals with that kind of stuff. Like how to paint like these overly detailed models and basically save the like tidiness until the very end. And like just try to get like big themes and kind of stuff going on first. Yeah, I would say I think I had a similar issue focusing too much on cleanliness rather than like, I don't know, artsiness, I guess. I definitely still try to get relatively smooth blends and such, but I don't like make it my end all be all to get them. And I definitely focus my efforts in areas of more importance. So areas that are less focused get less refining and such. And I think that both makes painting more fun because you're not wasting time like getting things perfect in areas that are less important that people may not really look and see, but also kind of helps the piece itself because the more refined things I'm still figuring everything out. Okay, no worries. Let's see. Actually, I will be right back too, so I can stand and get a little bit more water, stretch a little bit. So,
Hold on a second. Sorry.
okay. Clicked the wrong scene. But now we're in the right scene. Cool. Okay, let's keep pushing things a little bit. happened this week, what we watched this week, stuff we got this week, all the fun stuff. I did wrap up Lost in Space. It was a show. If you want just completely average sci-fi, it's okay. But I'm probably going to start Severance, I think is what it's called, the Apple TV show with Adam Scott. Supposedly it's kind of like dystopian sci-fi. Hey Crypt, how are you doing? My sister watched it and she said it was very good. She said it has vibes like Control, the video game, but without the monsters. Definitely be doing some airbrushing to smooth all this out a little bit. Not for a bit. I want to get basically all the steel stuff sorted before we do that. Getting there. I'm just really not sure what I want to be gold versus steel. Debating if I should take the time to paint everything up like it's the steel silver, and then go back in and change things to gold that I don't want to be it, but that's a lot of time sink. Best followers. Oh, the twofer. Wow. Well, this guy's got Saitama as his logo. Account created 2017. Probably got hacked. That's sad. Anyways. Another Kickstarter that's coming up is Rivenstone, which is from Broken Anvil. And they did a what's the Warhammer word for it? Not an actual play, but not a war diary, something like that. But they did a live stream of them playing a game, and it looks fun. It's like short, speedy, kind of back and forth. You can keep bringing units back. Lots of different kind of wind conditions. Looks cool. I was getting a little peeved with them this week because it kind of seemed like they just kind of forgot about the Dungeon Delvers Kickstarter that we've still been waiting for. That was supposedly we're getting an update tomorrow. Hey Wolfrith, how are you? I'm doing well. We're just doing some NMM, chilling, hanging out. On Friday night. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask, or if anyone's been working on anything cool, as always, feel free to share. Everything should be link friendly and good to go. Obviously, if you abuse it though, I will eat you into the abyss. And by abuse it, I mean like don't post spam or crypto or anything like that. Another part of my Elden Ring play session today is I realized I didn't do a bunch of conversations in the hub area that help you unlock things to upgrade stuff. Oops. I was wondering why all my summon things kept getting wrecked so quickly. It's because you're supposed to upgrade them. Oops. I'll keep tweaking this in a little bit, but we'll jump over to her other arm. And then we'll probably jump to her quiver. Maybe. I can do more with these belt buckle thingy majiggers. So I just do like a brown on the other side and more blue on the top because reflecting the ground versus reflecting the sky. Same old stuff. We're just doing comfort food NMM on this model. Let's tweak the highlights from this side a little bit. I think we definitely need to get some different colors in there, but question is what? Should all the little raised details be different colors? That seems excessive. Maybe we just start by airbrushing what we got, going in and adding some things that we think should be gold, and then seeing if we should go back and doing some more silver or something. So I think this whole top thing should be steel silver thing. So let's paint that for starters. At least this big chunk, and then maybe the little filigree and stuff on it will be gold. Yeah, Poe is not a fan of getting his ears washed. He had an ear infection a while ago. He was not a happy camper when I had to wash him. Oops, sorry about that. That reminds me, I do need to give him a dental chew thing. In the hopes of making him slightly less of a stinky boy. Oh, that did say his teeth were fine, but Hmm. We'll think about that for a little bit. Yeah, a little too crazy there. So just soak up that pink back up and we're fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, a little sloppy, but it's okay. Let me see what that was.
You toss the bone, stupid? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Poe's throwing stuff around. It's okay. Do you even do like pill pockets and he still gags, or is this just like straight up giving him a pill? Yeah, the only time Poe was on medicine was after his neutering, and then he was on pain pills for a little bit because he was limping, because he's got kind of a little bit of a wonky knee, but he's fine now. So It's too bright too quick, I think. Or it's too dark for too long. I guess it's a better way to think of it. Do some of these little areas down at the bottom. Okay, let's do some airbrushing. And then see how long this airbrushing takes, and then we'll probably do a little bit of touch-ups on this. Don't know if we'll get to the goal today, but we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. I did do one thing I did do this week was mess around with airbrushes a little bit and make sure everything was clean and running good, and mess around with PSI a little bit and some thinning just to see if maybe I could improve things a little bit. Messed around with my harder and steam back brush for a little bit, which I haven't in a while. And I found that if I crank the pressure up a little bit higher than I normally do, that brush works quite a bit better. So we might mess around with it some more. Yeah, I always, so whenever I finish a project, I finally replace my nasty ass paper towel thing. I try to make that last a project. It's a good way to like signify end. I try to clean my brushes with soap. At the end of each session. Just quick, easy, and I think helps make them better for the next session. Airbrushes I just kind of clean when it makes sense. Just adding a bit more paint in here. Sorry, I was waiting on the camera. Okay, let's sit back a little bit, and it'll be better. Yes, if you always start new projects, you never have to clean things. That's how it works. Okay. Dump this. Oops. Let's get the model out of the way. How's your Valkyrie going, Minimancer? If you're listening, you may still be watching Captain America. Okay, tobacco. Where's the tobacco? Yeah, I tend to keep my workspace pretty clean even during projects. Otherwise, because I mean, I have to work at my desk as well, so it's important that I can do work at it. So I'm just going back in with a darker shadow color and deepening some things a little bit. We'll go in with a highlight color in a second to do the opposite. And then we'll do some work with the hairy brush. Probably gonna have to do a lot of work with a hairy brush in some places, but that's okay. It's fine. So let's grab some of that sun ray. Okay. A box of bucatini. Nice. I had some bucatini for dinner. Because I was lazy. I also have like 5 pounds of bucatini to go through, so. Toit. What are you gonna put in your bucatini? Nice. Okay. Lazy's good. I mean, I was even lazier. I just cooked up some like tempeh and then like put some cheese on it. I also did some. I did the American thing of buttered noodles. I had that as a kid, and then I didn't have it for like 20 years or something, and then I was suddenly like, I want buttered noodles. I think this Babish did a video on them a while ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember liking that. And now, yeah, gotta get that fresh parm. Get a little microplane so you can get it all ground, nice and shredded. Good stuff. Buttered noodles, yeah. You got a problem with buttered noodles? Bucatini. Do I have low volume? Oh yeah. Somehow that's got turned down again. God damn it. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, we can make fancy pasta whenever. Always down. Except spaghetti or noodles and meatballs. Whatever noodle we have, usually linguine or bucatini. That is Christmas thing. I don't know if it'll keep. So I did get some, my mom sent me like a food basket thing, for Easter. It had a bunch of good stuff in it that I've been slowly picking through over the last few days. Pasta making's easy. So I was on a like fresh pasta kick for a long time where I would like eat every week. I'd make my own noodles from scratch and like freeze them and then like just boil them from frozen and that kind of stuff. And I realized that like the good dried pasta from the grocery store is better. I think there's a time and a place for fresh pasta, but I think like most dishes you're better off starting from the like good dried stuff. Not really. You still have that kind of like fresh noodle stuff. And I mean, it can always stay in the fridge for a couple days because of all the egg and stuff, so. Oh, do you do like, stuff that goes in lasagna? It starts with B bolognese. Yeah, I've made bolognese from scratch one time. Anna's made it from scratch one time, and then I think I did it another time for lasagna. And my verdict was, you're better off just stopping with the bolognese. Like lasagna is cool and all, but I don't think it's worth the extra effort on top of making the bolognese from scratch. especially because it just kind of fell apart. But that was probably user error, so maybe I should give it another try at some point, but that was a lot of effort. But my favorite pasta dish slash food in general is parm rinds. Parm rinds are good for sauces. You don't like leave them in there to eat, but it's like the same kind of principle as like leaving bone and stuff in your stock, right? Impart the flavor. Yeah, my favorite pasta dish slash probably dish in general is fettuccine carbonara, or whatever noodle you want, but carbonara. Because it is an anytime pasta, and it's great, and it's super easy to make. It's like the highest bang for the buck meal to make, in my opinion. Well, not like cost wise, but like in terms of like effort you put in to flavor you get out. It's just 5 ingredients. You got your pasta. So if you put cream or dairy or whatever the hell you want like in it, it's not carbonara. So carbonara is egg, cheese, pepper, noodles, pig fat. I will usually get pancetta, like cubed pancetta. The purest one is guanciale, which is pig jowl, which I've done a couple of times when I can find it, and it's pretty good. And then like the Americanized way is like bacon, which I'll do every now and then, just because that's how my dad would do it. My dad would also put onions in it, so occasionally I've done that, but the purest route is egg, cheese, noodle, pepper, pig fat. Yeah, like a lot of restaurants will like put some sort of cream or something in it, and it's awful. I hate it. Throw that stuff out. So how you not scramble the eggs? There's a couple ways around that. Yeah, no heat is the answer. So there's a couple ways around it. One, you can, once your pasta's cooked, you can dump it into like a heat-safe glass bowl and hold it over your boiling water, and then put the eggs in there and kind of do it over that, kind of like a double boiler. So that's one way to kind of do it. I think that's like before Bon Appetit was garbage. I think that's how they were doing it in a video, or it was maybe it was Chef Steps or someone, or maybe it was Babish. I don't remember. One of those cooking YouTube channels was doing that. How I generally do it is my eggs is, I think it's like 2 yolks and 3 whole eggs. I'll have to go look it up, but it's a mixture of just yolk and whole egg. Here I can pull it up real quickly. Second. Okay, 1 yolk, 3 eggs is what I do. So, or 1 yolk, 3 whole eggs, so 4 yolks in total, yada yada. But so if you can also just, so like generally what you do is you'll like get your water boiling, you'll cook your pig fat kind of while it's going on that, and then you'll set that aside. Save a little bit of the juices that come off the pig fat, because you can pour that back in when you're getting everything cooked up. When your pasta is getting close to done cooking, dip your measuring cup in to get some of that good pasta water. Then drain your pasta, throw it in a warm pan, and then dump your eggs over it, like your egg, cheese, pepper mixture over it. Put a little bit of that pig fat back in there, like the like actual fat, not the cooked pieces that was left over in the pan. And mix it all up, and the noodles themselves plus the little bit of the warm pan will cook the eggs. If you're like concerned, you can turn the heat on a little bit, but then you run the risk of them scrambling, which, while not great carbonara, still tastes good. Who doesn't like scrambled eggs and pasta and bacon? Like I said, anytime pasta, right? You can have it for breakfast, you can have it for dinner or lunch, anytime pasta. Great stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the French guy, right? I think I've seen his pizza videos. Okay, I'll have to check out his carbonara, but I remember his pizza and his croissant video slash series. So I'm just going back in with the brush. We blended everything to hell, so it looks a little bit too smooth. Metal's not that smooth. Fried rice is also very good. I hadn't had it for a long time. I think I talked about it on stream a while ago. I hadn't had it for a long time, and then we went to the Vietnamese place near me, and I got it, and it was great. And now I have a craving for it quite often. The one sort of like carbonara-esque thing that we've made that was pretty tasty was it was like carbonara with like a Asian twist to it, sort of. So it wasn't really carbonara anymore, but I forget all what was in it. But I do want to say it was like Chrissy Teigen's recipe or something like that. So it was pretty good. There was like a shallot sauce or something in it. I don't know. I'd have to go pull it up. Yeah. Like, I would say I generally don't care for them, but like every now and then there's one that's like pretty good. I think my general go-to for recipes as of late is in like the last few years. I wouldn't say they're being lost. I mean, joy of cooking is still there. Like, everyone should have joy of cooking in their kitchen. So, it's a great book. If you only have one cookbook, it should be Joy of Cooking. Literally teaches you how to do everything that you could ever want to do. sounds like. But yeah, dishes evolve and change. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Oh, I was saying, like, I get all of my recipes as late from the Bon Appetit's Best. I don't really watch the YouTube channel much anymore after all the fallout and everyone left that I liked. So, but I do go back to their Bon Appetit's Best recipes on their website every now and then. I've been making the green bean casserole for the last few years for Thanksgiving, and it's very good. Pretty easy. Kind of hard to mess up. And then their bolognese is what we've made, and it's very good. Yeah, America's Test Kitchen and Alton Brown are also good ones. For sous vide stuff, I do like Chef Steps a lot, although they put like everything behind a paywall, which is kind of annoying. Like, I understand it. But actually finally, because I knew they were in Pike Place, but I never knew where, but I was showing family around when they were visiting, and we were walking around Pike Place, and then I finally saw it, and I was like, oh, it's Chef Steps. That's not where I thought it would be, but it was there. Because I thought it was in the building adjacent to the market, but it was actually in the market proper, in the basement area. But they do have a very good sous vide eggs Benedict recipe that I like to use. Basically put your holiday sauce ingredients in a Ziploc bag and then dunk it in the bath, and then you dunk your however many poached eggs you want, you dunked in the water in their shells still, and you just let everything sit for an hour or two, and then you blend up the hollandaise sauce ingredients and it turns into hollandaise sauce, and then you just crack your eggs over your biscuits, and there's basically poached eggs. The white's like slightly more loose than a poached egg, but it's, I don't know, for me it's worth the trade-off, because it's much easier and less messy than making poached eggs. Thought I heard something. Poe doing something. He is getting a little late. I'm not quite at a stopping point yet. Yep. Sous vide, yeah, I went like sous vide crazy for a while, and I kind of dialed back. To just kind of normal cooking again. Like, I was doing like sous vide chicken a lot, and then I kind of just missed like normal cooked chicken taste, or like texture, which is to say every now and then I do enjoy kind of overcooked chicken. I don't know, sometimes you just kind of want to chew on something, I guess. And then, but one of the things I made recently, sous vide, well, recently, I think it's maybe been a while, but corn on the cob, you just put your corn in a bag with a bunch of butter. So yeah, I'm the same way, Crypt. But like with sous vide, you get like a really moist, like supple chicken breast kind of thing, and it's very good. But after a while, you're just kind of like, I kind of like that crispy overdoneness. But yeah, corn on the cob, sous vide, great stuff. Highly recommend. I'd have to go look it up. It's been a while. But yeah, it just kind of marinates in the butter for however many hours you let it sit there. So it's like the best tasting corn I've ever had. It's probably not good for you, but it was very good. Yeah. If you just Google sous vide corn on the cob, that's basically how I found it. It was just some random website, and I'm sure they'll get you close enough. Like if the recipe is corn, butter, sous vide, maybe salt. I don't remember if I put salt in there beforehand or if I just used salted butter. Yeah, there's a place in Cap Hill that does Tosquilotes or whatever the heck it is, but basically it's just the street corn in a bag of Tostitos chips. Yep. Yeah, they serve that, and it's great. I love it. Okay. I think this will look better when we start figuring out these bits. So let's focus on this, because most of this is going to be the steel, silver thing. Oops, sorry again. Okay, getting there. Get some of that. Trader Joe's has like the everything but the lotte seasoning. Good stuff. There is Pollo, yeah, there were Pollo Locos. I actually never have been to one though. Arizona's kind of this weird intersection where it has like all the Southwest stuff, all the like East Coast stuff, and all the West Coast stuff. I don't know how, but like I think it's one of the few places where you can go to In-N-Out, Shake Shack, and like Five Guys in one city. And that kind of stuff. Yeah. Nice. I think like downtown does not have many fast food things. Like there's Chipotle and I guess there's still a McDonald's over by Pike or whatever, but I have zero desire to go to that one. Something happened. Oh, hey, buddy, minis, how are you? Thank you very much for the raid, Jinxed. I'll give everyone a second to get through the ad thing. I'll get a drink of water in the meantime. Hey, Bookend, how are you doing? So hello, raiders. Hopefully you're through the ads. If not, well, you'll figure it out. Yeah, so I'm Topulus. We're painting this cool archer lady from Hera Models, Artemis. She's gonna have this little base that we're gonna put some fun foliage stuff on. But yeah, so we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, paint all sorts of things. Been doing lots of display stuff lately because before I was doing, excuse me, all of the Kingdom Death core game, so I painted all that up in January. But we'll be working on some more Kingdom Death stuff soon. At some point I need to finish these last few Marvel Chibi mini things. We got Mystique over here that we'll do at some point. Yeah. Hope you're all having a nice evening. Thank you very much for the follow, Lethal Shadows Gaming. Wasn't sure if that was plural or singular, so I need to double check. Which is why I drew it out for so long. Yeah, we're just painting some NMM tonight. We did some other stuff earlier. Yeah. I was gonna log off soonish, but I'll paint for a little bit longer, and then we'll go find someone to raid with everyone. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good, well, I guess it's now Saturday for basically everyone, so good Saturday. As my sister said when I was talking to her earlier today, Jesus is dead today, so you can get away with anything. So, go for it. Hey Jinxed, how was your stream? What were you guys working on tonight? All the skull emotes. That's a lot of skull emotes. Yeah, if you have any links to what you're working on, Feel free to share. Also, here I should do a shout out before I forget. I think I fixed the short version, so let's find out. Hey, I fixed the short version. Okay. A tiny winged jackalope for Raging Heroes. Awesome. Cool. I see Raging Hero stuff pop up every now and then. It's always very crazy and cool. So I think those would be gold. Oops, something happened. Yeah. Mini skull emotes. Come on, focus please. There we go. Okay. I keep scooting over. I'm forgetting that the hotspots here. Okay. Yeah, so what we were doing is we layered up for the MMM stuff that we're working on and we airbrushed over it. Now we're kind of going back in and tweaking some things with the hairy brush. And so we're a bit more happy with it. Quite there just yet in terms of happiness. Go back to focus. Fun little nodding skull dude. I like the back a lot better than the front on this stupid quiver thing. Oh well. We'll see if we can fix up the front. There goes the popo. Okay. All right, no worries, Sammy. Yeah, it's getting a little late. A little late for us here. I'm gonna put some paints away while I delete Emily for a second and think if I want to keep painting or think if I want to go to bed. I think I might want to go to bed, which I'm sorry because he just raided. But it's been a semi-long week. Let's see. I am very happy with my new paint layout though. It's exciting. I moved some drawers to in front of me so they're easier to access, and so I'm gonna have more drawers over there so that we can put more paints over there when we get them. Because that's the goal, right? Buy as many paints as possible because that's how you get better. Not by practice or anything like that, but by just buying more paints. So I think this steel is almost there. We didn't do any of these raised bits because I'm thinking of doing those in a different color, likely some sort of gold. So we will Probably toy around that with that next stream, see how it looks. We may abandon that and just say, hey, everything should be steel. But I think some differences should be good. These will definitely be gold, as well as like all the little buttons on this darker leather bit. Yeah, so we're getting there. Still got more metal, her jewelry and stuff, her hair, eyes, arrows, bow, and then this dagger thing, and then touch-ups for all the stuff. So we'll see how far we get with her on Sunday. If I'm in a painting mood tomorrow, I may just work on her a little bit off stream, not too much. I know I've been trying to keep most of the work on the stream models on stream, but I've been itching to paint something, and I kind of want to just keep working on her, maybe, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Either that or I'll tweak the Black Knight base a little bit more. Thanks, Jinxed. Yeah. I'm happy with how she's coming along. We lost a little bit of time because I was dumb and painted this part green for starters, so everything was green. And I realized it's not part of a cloak, it's a different thing. So, oops. Anyways, let's go see if we can find someone to continue the raid party. Let's get my, oh no! Okay, I mean, that was just Mystique, so it's okay. Oh, JT Stark's still online, and Wombat Combat, he's playing not miniature painting. Before we go raid JT, let's see if maybe there's someone smaller to go raid. Someone playing Nirvana, I think, yes. On the homepage. Let's see. Miniature figures. There's JT Stark doing Marvel stuff. There's me. There's Good Enough Painting. That's not miniature figures. A lot of these are not miniature figures. A lot of these are Halo. Why is Halo in here? Iron Ant. I do not. Oh, there's Iron Ant. Oh, he's got a pet. We're gonna go see the pet. Let's just double check. I'll at least get that loading in the background so I don't have to deal with the ad break. But yeah, let's go raid him. Raid. Iron Ant. Wham. He's got a pet. Alright. Oh, he's got a little cat. That's great. So, thank you all very much for sticking around and watching. And thank you very much again, Jinx, for the raid. Sorry that I didn't paint for too much longer after the raid. But I normally stream on Friday evenings and then Sunday afternoons and then whenever I feel like it, otherwise outside of that. So, yeah. Thanks. Let's go raid this guy who's holding a cute little cat. Bye.